Well, the top of the morning to you from Callan, County Kilkenny in Ireland.
Patrick Cudahy, father of the future meat packers, was born in the year 1810 in the townland of Cudahys, about 3 miles west of Callan town on the County Tipperary border, where his parents had a small farm. According to the Tithe Plotment book of 1827, one Michael Cudahy had 3.5 acres of tithable land, comprised of 2 acres of 4th class land and 1 acre 2 roods and 38 perches of 6th class land, with a total valuation of 5 shillings and 6pence. Their land being poor, wet and boggy, the Cudahy family abandoned what was in reality mere subsistence farming and moved into the town sometime in the very late 1820s or 1830s. Here Patrick got employment from the Augustinian friars in Mill Street, and in a short time became their principal farm hand and confidential market man. In addition to managing the farm, he also accompanied the friars on the quest, so to speak, about the countryside on many occasions and helped about the church.
Those were the words of Joseph Kennedy, author, historian, farmer, and the author of this new report on the Cudahys dating way back to 1600. Joe lives out on a farm south of Callan with his wife, his kids, and his mother and father, and actually in a place that's quite near the old Cudahy homestead hundreds of years ago. I met Joe in a kind of a funny way. I was in Callan in 1987 at one of the local pubs, and I asked the bartender if he knew any Cudahys, and he said, "Gee, you ought to look up Joe Kennedy. I believe his mother's maiden name was Cudahy." And so we met, and we've been great friends ever since. And so it's time to take a look at the Kennedy farm. Well, I'm standing here with Joe and Liz Kennedy here in Callan, and well, the first thing I'd like to ask Joe is, you remember that time that I guess I called you from a bar downtown and I said, I understand you know some Cudahys?
Right,
yeah.
I do indeed, in October of 87. And we went up to see the old ancestral home of the Cudahy family in Cudahys, which was about 3 miles from Callan town on the Tipperary border. And that's where they were born, but the house they were born in is long gone, and the house that took its place is now derelict. And I remember you taking a lot of photographs of the old derelict house, and it's still up there, right on the entrance to Cudahys Wood Nature Reserve.
And Liz, what did you think about all of this business?
Well,
when the Cudahys from the States came over to invade you, so to speak.
Well, I thought it was wonderful, Michael, to meet you indeed. And for Joe to have so much information on your family, I think that was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It was incredible.
And
Yeah.
Joe's doing a great job of some of the history of the Cudahy family now, right?
It was very lucky as well, because the information about the Cudahys was very vague up to about 10 years ago, until the scrapbook was found in Callan, belonged to Callan historian Thomas Shelley, who died around the turn of the century. And he had an article in it about the Cudahys and where they came from around the area. And only for his article, I think, we'd be in trouble, because it would be very hard to put the pieces together without without his write-up on it.
Come on, Lynn. Lynn. Hi, Donna. There we are. That's nice. Hello, Donna. Hello, Lynn.
Well, that's Joe's farm, and I think it's time we stepped inside and met a few of the Kennedy children. Right. Well, here we are at the Kennedys in County Kilkenny, Callan, County Kilkenny in Ireland. I've had a few Jameson. And who is this guy that I have with me? Let me see. What was your name there? Robert. Robert Kennedy. Is that your name?
Yes.
And tell me how old you are, Robert.
I'm 10 years old.
You're 10 years old. And I hear something about you'd like to be a pilot someday. Is that true?
Yes.
Tell me about the airplane ride you had one time with old Uncle Mike or whatever I am. We went up. We went
from Cork Airport.
Right.
And we flew over our house, and in Moonarch, and we stayed at Jury's Hotel for a night, and we had a lovely time.
You had a lovely time.
It was brilliant.
Thank you very much. Okay. All right, my boy. Another member of the Kennedy family is Deirdre Kennedy. Deirdre, what have you got to say for yourself? Nothing at all, huh? Oh, well. Tell a story or something like that. Tell me what you're doing in school this year.
We're going on a trip to the north of Ireland on the 7th of April, and we're going to be staying up at the Giant's Causeway.
Where's that?
In Antrim.
Oh, what part of Ireland is it?
It's the very north
It is.
of Ireland. And we'll have a brilliant time. It's just first years.
Yeah.
That'll be 7th grade in America, I suppose. And
that's it, huh?
yeah, we got 2 donkeys on Wednesday. Their names are Lynn and Donna. And Donna is my one, and she's white. And Lynn is Robert and Joseph's, and she's brown with white on her face.
Is that right?
Yeah, white spots on her face.
Do you ever hope to go to the USA?
Yeah.
Another prominent member of the family, the Kennedy family, is Joseph Jr. Joseph, how old are you?
8 years old.
8 years old. And what grade are you at school?
2nd class.
2nd grade. And what are you doing? How's your homework this year?
Well, okay.
Medium. You want to tell me about some experience recently?
I was sick last week, and I was out for a week and a half, and when I came back, I didn't know anything. And I was at staying for lunch for 2 days, and last year I went to Jury's Hotel, and we went up in an airplane. We went from Cork to our house, and I saw my house,
And back to Cork, right?
yeah.
That was fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thanks a lot, Joseph. Well, I've saved the best for last, and the best is to meet Joe's mother and father, Robert Kennedy and his wife, Alice Cudahy Kennedy. Alice, now you and Robert have been married for how many years now?
50.
50 years.
That's April.
Robert, how are you feeling?
What to say?
How do you feel?
How does I feel?
Yes.
Oh, I feel great.
You feel fine, huh?
In my 90s.
Yes, I know that. 90, what are you?
I'm going at 91 now.
91 years old. Isn't
Yeah.
that wonderful? You've had a good life, huh?
I had rough life, but
A rough life.
You hadn't a rough
not since I got married, but I had a rough life early in life.
Aye.
When he met me, he had a couple of grand.
Yeah, I know that when he met you. Everything was wonderful after that, right?
Very
Yes.
romantic, sure.
Yes, that was
Oh.
all of these years you've been in love, right? Somewhat.
No such thing as love.
Now, Alice, your drinking habits are, you never take a drink, do
Never
you?
drank or smoked.
You never drank or smoked.
No.
That's not true about your husband, is it?
And a vegetarian.
She never eat
really?
meat.
Yeah.
She what?
She never eat meat.
She never does.
Aye, three things she didn't do that I'm a good lover of.
Yeah,
I smoked early. 40 years since I smoked.
yes.
I gave up smoking 40 years ago, and I
Yes,
didn't.
that's right.
But you know the reason he gave it up?
And why did he give it up?
He used to go into Callan. Did you know in Callan playing
Yes.
I
cars?
used to play.
Yeah.
And they'd be
Play
smoking
solo.
all night.
Yeah.
He'd come home and there were 1, 2, 3 children there in the room. You know the small room
Yes.
there?
Mhm.
And he'd come in and he'd start coughing and I'd be giving out.
Oh,
So that was the love.
but he is an occasional nip of whiskey, does he not?
No,
You ever drink any whiskey,
Oh, I
Robert?
did, and drink moonshine and applejack and all you drink over there.
and poteen.
All that stuff.
And
sure.
what?
He drank poteen too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think
I
that
even-
has harmed him at all?
I even have a supper with up there, were up to me feet.
Oh,
Just great for pains.
Is that right?
Huh?
Good grief.
Yeah.
All these years, you don't think the whiskey has hurt you at all?
Well, I have. I take a shot of it and a sup of brandy, and she brings me out. Alice, the nurse one in Kilkenny, she brings me out. She brought me out port wine yesterday to mix
right?
through the brandy.
Oh, lovely.
Aye.
Lovely.
You wouldn't ever think any of that rough stuff in America did that.
What, the moonshine?
That's the moonshine stuff.
Yeah, no, I never
Oh,
drank
you
any.
weren't there during that time.
No, it's liable to do brain damage.
Yeah.
They ruin you.
I was in it at the time that Saturday, the time Al Capone opened up there.
Yeah.
You had the Al Capone shooting.
Yeah. Were you over in the States then?
I worked in the state. I was in it the time he was there.
Is that
The
right?
time he was arrested. The time
Yeah.
he was caught.
Oh, for God's sake.
And Jack Legs Diamond, did you ever hear of him?
Yes, yes.
Ah.
Jack
So they were
likes
the
time.
two greatest gangsters in America.
Yeah. What, were you pals of theirs?
Well, I was.
If he was pattern, he'd be a rich man.
If you were what, Alice?
If he was pens, he'd
I
be
knew
rich.
several speakeasies.
He'd be rich, yes. I'll say.
Speakeasies, we used to call them.
Speakeasies, yeah. What
Yeah.
year was that?
That was in 1928, 29.
1929, yeah.
Could be 29.
I
20
see.
years, Hoover was elected in
Hoover,
1928. we'll say.
Yes, yeah.
Oh God, he ruined America, sure.
He's stealing the whole show, isn't he?
Is he alive still? I was working on the buildings at that time. And I had $9 a day, which was great money then, you know, but
Yeah.
God, it was hard work. You know, there were no lifts, or there were no,
Of course not.
the only these were lifting, they say. That's what kept me alive so long, I
Must
suppose.
be. You must have been in very
Aye,
strong.
hands,
Good shape.
yeah. But then I went
That'll
working
continue
out
for
in
the
that big,
night.
working out in the
Say
big
what?
farm.
That'll continue for the night.
That story.
Oh, God.
Yeah. He's stealing the whole
I
show,
worked, on
Alice.
the, I worked on the docks and Pier 32 and the East
Here
River
goes
for
some
the
more.
time. I gave a good start working there. Only part-time, when a couple of ships had been.
Yeah.
There was a friend of mine, he was the sub-boss in it. And he had the picking of the men, and there'd be hundreds of poor devils waiting to get it, to earn $1, you know, to get a job at the time. And he'd come along and you and I'd be in a different place every morning. He'd tell me that I'd be in the same place, you know. I could maybe there'd be 2 ships, you know, I might earn $4, and there might be only one, I might only earn 2, and sure, it would keep you going, you know. $10 a week it was then for your board and lodging.
And how much money did you make a week, total?
Oh God, I couldn't. I never had a level job, you know. This on the buildings.
Right.
I worked in a school then again, and Wadley High School, if you ever heard of it, either, in New York.
New York.
It was passing coal to the firemen. It was a steam heat then, you know.
Yeah,
There was
sure.
no oil heaters in it at that time. There was no heat like is in it nowadays. You hadn't central heating or anything, you know. Contrary the old teachers, so always growling and complaining about you know, they'd be upstairs and you'd be downstairs, and the lad the man that was the fireman, he was a Dutchman. He came off a boat. He wasn't long hired, and he wasn't able to speak English, only very poorly. And he'd send me to the telephone when it'd ring, and it'd be such a classroom of the temperature had be gone lower, gone higher, gone some goddamn way on the road.
The blind leading the blind.
You know what the boss told me? And he was a cartman, Jim Brady. He was a custodian engineer in it. He said, well, tell him to be okay, I'll hang up. And that's all me about it. I wouldn't know the hell, Dad wouldn't know what I'd be talking about. I could tell him where the school was, the class was, that the heat was too low, or the temperature was low, and it's all right. And I went so bad.
All right, you got to let Alice tell a story
Tell
now.
Michael about when you went to England. You worked in England when you were young.
I did.
No.
Yeah. And what happened?
How did you work at?
I was working in, doing housework,
You did housework. did you?
cooking and everything,
Is
minding
that so?
children and doing
How did you
everything.
get the job?
26 shillings a week.
Yeah.
Oh, I know about getting a job.
Yeah.
They were very nice too.
Yeah.
Who did you work for over there?
He was, Mr. Sack was his name. He was from Kerry. Yes,
Mr. Sack.
Stack,
Oh,
he's
Stack.
dead now.
Yeah.
Stack,
Mhm.
She was English.
Yes.
And they were very nice though.
Yeah. And you worked there for how long, Alice?
About 3 years I came home,
3
went back
years.
again. So I want to go back again. So,
Would you like England better than Ireland?
well, we were getting 26 shillings a week, sure. We were getting the money, that's all.
Yeah.
In the 1930s, wasn't it?
We had a bit of a song about him, Al Smith. Al Smith, the true and well-liked man.
Yeah.
There's not a man in this world, land, more fit for what he planned. Why not get together and join in unity? Let the North, oh God,
His batteries run
oh,
down.
I bet.
What was that, Alice?
I said his batteries run down.
Yeah.